5:15 First Alert Super 7-Day Breakout.
5:54 the time, 65 degrees. Our forecast high today. A slight chance of a shower. I would say mid to late morning for Madison areas to the west of here. Some spots already seeing a few sprinkles and very light showers. There's not going to be much rain. Most of the time during the day, it will be dry. We can step through it, and you can see the showers off to the west, which will diminish a bit as they move toward us. This is noon, not much around. That will all head out. Clouds will break overnight, and partly cloudy skies are expected for tomorrow. High temperatures, low to mid 60s. A few spots, maybe even upper 60s, which is a bit warmer than yesterday. About, we'll say 7 to maybe as much as 10 degrees warmer than what you had for high temperatures yesterday. 57 overnight, then 77 tomorrow. Partly sunny skies. Little more breezy, 10 to 15 mile per hour wind, but the wind will be out of the south. 73 Saturday with a chance of showers, turning cooler behind a cold front on Sunday.